ইয়েস আপা আমার একটা ছোটো প্রশ্ন মানে পার্লামেন্ট তো আসলে সবার দেখার সুযোগ হয় না, যেহেতু আমরা কমনসে দেখলাম 427টা সিট কিন্তু এমপি হলো 650 জন। এই জিনিসগুলো মানুষের যে মানে একটা এক্সাইটেড থাকে আর কি এই বিষয়গুলো জানার জন্য, তখন 650 জন যখন হয় তখন এমপিরা কী করেন আসলে
I think
ইন্টারনাল বিষয়গুলো?
no, I think for the citizen, or it's really important. I think Parliament dekha, either coming on the public tour, book a ticket and come, or come through your MP, come on a tour. And visit it, because I think you can see where the decisions are being made at a different understanding, at a different knowledge. So I would obviously encourage and appeal to anyone, reach out to your MP or come on the public tours. Westminster Hall is public access. You can come in and you can watch debates in Westminster Hall Gallery. You can access Westminster Hall and see the history there. It's really, really important, I think, vital under democracy lagi, especially as British citizens, as Bangladeshi citizens, to come and experience Parliament.
প্রশ্নটা যেটা বলছিলাম যে সিটিং যে 650টা কিন্তু
I think the chamber is actually smaller, I think, than what it looks like on the TV, but it's at a time in the past there must have not been 650 MPs. Therefore the space has not been designed for 650 MPs. So obviously আমরা Prime Minister's questions এর সময় দেখেন, after দেখেন it's really packed. It's really packed to the rim. Of course people are standing on either sides when there is not enough seats because there's so many of us in. That's just the nature of the space that we have at the moment.
যেহেতু সিট কম এক লগে যদি 650 জন এমপি আই তখন তারা কই খাড়া হইন কিলা তখন তারা
sometimes tara uba tahoin, sometimes they're sitting on the steps. I remember when we had President Zelensky of Ukraine address the chamber virtually through the TV. Address korsila, we had headsets, and that was also one of the times PMQs. It is very, very packed, and people are standing as well. So
এমনি কোনো এমপি বা মিনিস্টারের জন্য কোনো সিট বরাদ্দ নাই, মানে ফিক্স করা নেই?
We obviously have the design of Parliament is that the front benches there and you have the back benches. So there's no fixed seating. If you do want to reserve a seat, you can, as an MP, you can place a card, a prayer card it's called, to reserve a seat at the start of the day.
It is for temporary.
It's temporary, but there's no fixed seating. I know that sometimes in other parliaments of Bangladesh Parliament, I think fixed seating আছে, but the UK system is slightly different.
এমনি আর ফেস টু ফেস যে বসে এটা কি মানে অপোজিশন আর কি দুই সাইডে বসতে হবে এরকম কোনো রুলস আছে কিনা? নেক্সট সাথে আপনারা বসতে পারেন?
That is the way it are designed. I know other parliaments have like a circular system. But we have a two-row system. Especially, it's been really nice. It's been very nice to be able to engage as stakeholders, the London Bangla Press Club in Parliament today. Obviously, due to lockdowns and the pandemic, it's not been possible to have the executive committee visit formally. So I'm very proud and humbled at the same time to welcome the executive committee of the London Bangla Press Club in Parliament to speak about Parliament, the opportunities that I've had to raise issues for the British Bangladeshi community and the impact of various different policies and campaigns and issues impacting upon the community. And I'm very grateful to the committee for coming in and meeting with me to discuss some of these issues and to discuss how we can take those campaigns forward.
Can you tell us about what is the achievement so far as an MP for Poplar and Limehouse?
I think being a Labour opposition MP, I think a lot of my work has been about scrutinising legislation, looking at what the Tory government are doing, but I think it's been important to make sure that at the same time we are championing the issues that are impacting especially the British Bangladesh community. We know that child poverty is impacting the British Bangladesh community, and we know that in Tower Hamlets we have the highest rate of child poverty in this country. So I've led on work in this area as member of the Education Select Committee. I've also raised the plight of certain campaigns and issues. Today I'm raising Machi in terms of languages, language diversity, community language services. I led a debate in Parliament where I spoke in Sylheti for the first time. In Parliament, it's not been done before. That's raising awareness of the Sylheti and the Bangladeshi community in Parliament, but also calling on resources. We need to make sure the curriculum is narrow and wide enough so that children can continue to learn Bangla up to GCSE A level, and that opportunity is still available in our country as well.
So আমরা আশা করতে পারি কিনা যে এই যে বাংলা ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ বিভিন্ন স্কুল থেকে তুলে দেওয়া হচ্ছে এগুলি আবার চালু হবে বা এগুলো আশা করতে পারি কিনা আমরা?
I think Asha Khortafari, because at the end of the day, we know that in the last 10 years, curriculum is becoming more and more narrow, especially in terms of languages. So আমরা জানিছেন অনেক European languages শিখা যায় স্কুলের মাঝে. Of course, Bangla শিখা যায়, but not as much as before. So opportunities কমছে. So ita আমরা কিন্তু we have to keep an eye on it. Obviously, as a Labour MP, as I was saying, going towards a general election, I will be having those conversations in my party as well about how we can raise the plight of this campaign to preserve our language diversity in the country.
আপনারা চারজন এমপি বাঙালি আছেন, আপনারা চারজন মিলে কি হাউস অফ কমন্সে এই ব্যাপারে একটা জোরালো ক্যাম্পেইন গড়ে তুলতে পারেন? শুধু বাংলা না, বাংলার জন্য আমরা কথা বলবো, কিন্তু আপনারা এটা যার মাদার টাং যাতে স্কুলে শিখতে পারে সেজন্য দেশব্যাপী একটা ব্যবস্থা যাতে গড়ে তোলা হয় সেজন্য আপনারা একটা ক্যাম্পেইন লিড করতে পারেন।
I think International Mother Languages Day is very inclusive. Ita kintu khali Bangla language er khota na, ita is about international mother languages, and I think khali charjon Bangladeshi MP ke talagi amra cross party basis e amra kham khorta pari na khane, because I think to really
initiative,
of course, and I already have, already at least ekta debate khorsi on International Mother Languages Day, which hasn't happened before. Shamne day we need to continue to build that campaign, and of course more than happy to work with colleagues in the Labour Party and also in the Conservative Party and other parties to take that forward.